beyond the sea, somewhere waiting.
So, the deep sea anglerfish. Everybody knows about these guys. They first became very popular in 2003 when Finding Nemo first came out. Everybody's seen this chase scene.
It's so pretty.
I'm feeling happy.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna be your best friend. Good feelings gone.
Anglerfish are especially notorious for the deceptive light on top of their head and their huge gnashing teeth. So it's clear these guys are pretty freaky and pretty unique. But really, what do they do? How do they feed? How do they live in complete darkness? And most importantly, how do they adapt to the brutal conditions of the abyss? You're about to find out. Alrighty, so evidently the anglerfish is an evolutionary weirdo that lives at the bottom of the ocean. They usually dwell about a mile under the surface in the Atlantic and the Arctic Oceans. Now, one can imagine that it probably gets pretty dark down there. So how do you catch food when it's that dark? Well, the anglerfish has a particular adaptation. It's an extension of their spine that comes out in front of their face, and at the tip of it, it has bioluminescent bacteria to light up so it can lure prey in. On top of that, it has huge gnashing teeth that point inward, so when they actually do catch the prey, it stays in. Given that most of the 200 species of anglerfish are about the size of a teacup, they really need to be able to hold their own in terms of prey. So to do this, they are able to unhinge their jaw so that they can swallow bigger prey. And they also have an expandable stomach, so that way they can swallow prey up to twice their own size. Nah. So from a biological standpoint, there are two characteristics about the anglerfish that really stand out. That's going to be their bioluminescent rod and their bizarre mating ritual. So let's begin with the less perplexing and the more fascinating component of the anglerfish, which is the bioluminescent rod. So the bioluminescent rod is an extension of the dorsal fin on top of the anglerfish that hangs in front of its face. It's got a light on it so that it can lure prey in. The bioluminescence that comes on the rod actually comes from the symbiotic relationship between the bioluminescent bacteria and the anglerfish. So what happens is the bioluminescent bacteria enter through pores in a little bulb at the end of the rod, and they receive nutrients and protection from the anglerfish. In turn, the bioluminescent bacteria produce chemical reactions within the little bulb that provides light for the anglerfish to use to lure prey in. So clearly this adaptive feeding mechanism has worked for the anglerfish, otherwise it would not have survived this far. Secondly, let's discuss the bizarre mating ritual of the anglerfish. This is about to get weird. Okay, I have to admit, I've been lying to you this entire time. We haven't been talking about anglerfish. We've been talking about female anglerfish. Male anglerfish are much, much smaller and have absolutely no need for an appendage such as the bioluminescent rod. But Sabrina, the male anglerfish are so much smaller. How will they ever live in a scary dark abyss all alone? Fear not, weary audience member, the male anglerfish is rarely ever alone. He spends the majority of his young life in search of a female, and upon finding one, he attaches to her with his sharp teeth. Over time, the male anglerfish kind of molds into the body of the female anglerfish. In fact, his bloodstream becomes one with her, and all of his organs dissolve except for his testes. A female anglerfish can carry up to 6 male anglerfish at a time. Oh, what a player. National Geographic displays it like this.
Near beyond the moon, I know beyond a doubt.
So what's the point of this? Well, desperate female that she is, she has male anglerfish attached to her at all times, so that she has sperm readily available for her whenever she's ready to mate. So that's that. In conclusion, the anglerfish is an extremely bizarre creature, but it would have to be, given that it lives a mile under the surface of the ocean. With its freaky adaptations like its bioluminescent rod, its expandable jaw and stomach, and its disturbing mating process, it is arguably one of the strangest but most well-adapted creatures known to the abyss. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.